WGOW. We got a special guest in the house, and he's been in here a couple times before. Worked a little bit with Ryan Martin, the boxer, our man Von Bell, safety for the Saints. And it is Niko Tim, played football at the University of Tennessee. Yep. You wore out the transfer portal before it was cool, right?
Come on, man. I was 2 years at Tennessee, 2 years with the Mocs, and then 1 year at Charleston Southern University in Charleston, South Carolina.
What position you play?
Linebacker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, man, good to have you back on here.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Joe said, you remember Niko, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, what's he doing now? Joe, explain it. Well, let Niko tell the whole story, but Joe, you explain.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Yeah,
I want to hear this from someone else's perspective.
Well, see, Joe's been trying to learn me up on YouTube, so this has been a really cool learning experience for the old guy in the room.
And Niko will go through from the beginning to where we're at now, but. He had the YouTube page back to life. He's had it for a little bit, and started following him. when we've had him in here, he's a cool dude. So I'll see what's going on there.
You were teaching at Hickson High School.
I was a teacher at Hickson High School.
Right.
Yeah, just literally a year and 1 month ago. So
I saw where he was doing these videos, and then following him on social media. And next thing you know, he's not teaching anymore. I was like, all right, what's up? And he's off to Hawaii. He's traveling all these places, and I'm keeping track of the YouTube page and. One day he's got 30,000 subscribers. I look again the other day and he's got 100-something thousand. He's getting close to 200,000 YouTube subscribers right now, which is huge. And I'll let you take it from there, Niko. But let me say this one last thing. He's doing some good stuff.
Thank you, brother.
Humanitarian. It's not just him going out there and acting a fool.
Thank you, man.
He's doing some good things. So start from when you were teaching and why you decided to quit and to where you're at now.
I'll give you long story short.
Okay. And let me ask this first, and then you can give us long story short. But what was the goal in the beginning?
There was none.
So there was none.
It was a leap of faith.
So the goal has changed into doing something to help the earth.
Exactly. Help people, help earth, whatever it is. And I'll go back to the beginning. I was teaching at Hickson High School. I didn't know why I became a teacher. I was graduating college. I was getting a master's degree in business. Why not be a high school teacher, coach some football? You know how it is being I'm a college athlete. I got to do something. Time was running out. So football came to an end, and I became a high school teacher at Hickson High School. And after about a year and a half, it wasn't that the job wasn't, good enough or I wasn't feeling fulfilled. It was amazing. The experience was awesome. Being a teacher is a special thing. And
every day's challenging, I would imagine.
Every single day. But those relationships and everything that you form with those kids and those students, it's just an amazing experience. But from there, I was like, man, I feel like my personality is supposed to be out in the world somewhere, a little farther away maybe. Home is cool. But at the end of the day, I was like, it's time to go. So I literally, the day before I resigned was the day I decided I was resigning. It wasn't like, I'm going to think about this. It was like, hey, sir, I need to go think. And then I came back the next day with my resignation letter.
Wow.
Gave them enough time because it was the end of the semester to find a replacement, things like that. I wasn't going to just leave them out in the dry. They found a new person. I decided to go to Charleston, South Carolina, and then from there it was Hawaii. And after Hawaii, it was Italy, back to Hawaii, then Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, Sri Lanka, the UAE, Oman, India. And then I surprised my family back in Chattanooga, Tennessee for Christmas.
Wow.
They didn't even know. I did one of those knock on the door videos.
Right.
My dad and my mom were completely who is this guy? I came back with long hair.
Right.
Just who's this bum standing in his own house? This doesn't make any sense.
You look like our son.
Yeah. I was like, this guy looks familiar. I've talked to him on FaceTime before, and
you said once you landed in India, for whatever reason, that's when it all kind of blew up.
Yeah, India did its thing, and I wasn't supposed to go to India. It was all from I met a guy in Dubai that was from the state. It's called Kerala. Most Americans would know it as Kerala or something like that, but the right way to say it is Kerala, and it's the southwestern part of India. And the guy was like, man, it's God's own country. Kind of how everyone here says UT is God's own country, Knoxville and all this, or God's own football team and all this. But they believe that about their place, and they mean it. It's not just hey, we're going to talk about this. They live it, breathe it. If you talk bad about their place, they will fight you. They love it that much. And kind of like a football team here in America. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Have you ever seen the show The Voyager with Josh something?
I've heard about it, but I've never seen it.
It's what you're talking about, right? I mean, he goes and he explores new places and new spots and just kind of shows on video and learns the traditions and cultures of those local places. So that's what it's about.
That's literally it. And when I got there, I just so happened to be walking outside, and filming a political rally that, I tried to keep myself out of. I didn't understand what was going on. It's a completely different language.
Right.
But that ended up making me like a local celebrity the next day. I was in newspapers. I was in like online articles. I was taking like 300 to 400 to 500 selfies a day. That's not exaggeration. Like my life went from, oh, that's a cool foreigner, like I want to take a picture with the guy, to, no, come here, I need a picture with you. Like it was like high demand, and it was so crazy because when people say like you never know what can happen tomorrow, or like overnight, or this or that, like they forget though that like I was grinding for a year and a half to get to that point, and then that overnight quote unquote success turned into like a lifestyle that's completely crazy to me now, because I was not expecting it.
Do they pay you for like appearances or to show up?
When I was there, I was on a tourist visa, so I cannot accept any money, or they can kick me out of the country. But yes, like I'm going to get my business visa to go travel back there and do super awesome things. I was speaking at colleges, I spoke at the top 2 MBA school in South India at one point, and then I had a college fly me from one city to their city and then to my next destination, and like give me accommodation that day. They took me to like sightsee just so I would come speak, and that's where it was like such a humbling experience. Like because in my head I'm like, I was just like a high school teacher. I just shoot like scenery videos and food videos and help people, and I was doing like beach cleanup videos, just trying to help, like whatever I can. Like I just love people. And then from there, it was like, no, we need you. We need you. We need you. We need you. Yeah, like my mind is still blown kind of from it. And I wake up in the morning with comments on YouTube and Instagram, because we're talking only about YouTube right now.
Right.
I went from 3,000 subscribers to now I'm at 166,000. I went from 4,500 Instagram followers to 115,000. And on TikTok, I have 200,000.
Wow.
And so it's just like, I'm only one person, but the Indians are so supportive, and I'm getting support from all over the world. Let me not just say India.
Well, I was going to ask you, because you brought up beach cleanup, and that's such a big deal. Indonesia or whatever. Yeah. Plastic bottles. So bad, bottles. I mean, have you seen any of that?
Come on, man. I laid in it. I'll show you a picture after we get done, man. I was like, you go walk on the beach, like to help spread awareness. That's why I went viral there, is because I was helping with these like social reforms. Like, hey, let's start this social initiative. Let's clean the beaches. They banned plastic actually in that southern state, the southwestern state, Kerala, the year 2020. On January 1st, they banned the use of plastic there. I was on like.
How does it all end up there though?
Man,
is it the flow of the ocean?
Man, there are people say dumping? It's our fault. Like I was on a train. Dumping. Yeah, I was on a train, and an elderly man, like he threw something out the window, and I checked him. I was like, man, what are you doing? And then he starts rambling about how, well, it's you Western Americans. Yeah, you Western Americans and developed countries sending it our way, and this, that, and the other. And it becomes kind of like an argument. I'm like, sir, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm in your country. But let's not add to the problem. Like, why fuel fire with more gasoline or something? Like, let's not do that. So, it's just a cool experience, to say the least. It's an unexpected experience. Like I always tell people, like I expect the unexpected. That's when I feel most alive. Like when things are planned, none of this was planned. This just happened, and a lot
of people thrive on that.
I can't do without it. Yeah. Like I'm back in Chattanooga, and I feel too comfortable. I love my house. I love my city. I love my family. But I'm ready to go to Mexico in 2 weeks. I'm ready. And then from Mexico, it's LA. From LA, it's to Hawaii. And from Hawaii, who knows where.
Hawaii's not a bad spot to end up.
Yeah, that is a darn good place to end up, brother.
Especially in the winter time.
Yeah, especially in the winter.
Yeah.
So at what point, you said when you first started this, there was no goal, there was no mission. At what point did that change? Was there an event or just something clicked in your head? It's like, I could do something with this?
So I guess, let me tell you where I got my inspiration from. So I got some friends they're called Goon Squad on YouTube. And they have like a 1.7 million subscribers from this area, actually. And they rebuild. Right now, they're rebuilding Ferraris.
I was telling you, Quake, about them.
Yeah, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, big Chevy Silverado, like whatever. But they started from like remodeling a house and then like just filming it. Whatever you do on a daily basis, they were just filming. Like when you go remodel a house on the weekend, make a couple bucks, get a side gig. But they were filming it. They saw me at the park, and they had 100 No, they had 33,000 subscribers. Then they bought a Ford Mustang. God bless America. They bought a Ford Mustang and went from 33,000 subscribers or something like that to like 250,000 in a month. And that was when they hit their leap. And they saw me. They're like, man, you post all this stuff on Instagram. Why don't you just start incorporating it on YouTube? I wasn't a YouTube guy. I didn't know what that was. Like, I didn't watch YouTube. I was just living my life. I was a college athlete. Like, I was just grinding. I never had time to like slow down and figure this stuff out. And they were like, man, why don't you do that? And like, honestly, that's why I started YouTube. I will never like take that away from anybody. I didn't start YouTube because of myself. They were like, yo, do this. And I was like, okay. And and then from there, I'm going to be honest, like, I believe in myself. And I tell people it's hard even to talk to my own family sometimes because I'm doing videos for a living. That's what pays my bills. That's what pays my mortgage. That's what pays my travel expenses. And my dad and my brothers have to go build houses. I mean, they build custom homes in Chattanooga. They have to go build you a physical, project, and you get to go to your house and be like, wow, that's a nice looking house. Here's your money. I build a visual concept and present it to your TV or your daughter's tablet or your son's tablet or his phone or whatever, and I get paid for that. And it's still hard for like my brothers even to realize like, what do you mean? Like, it's like,
they're like, no, there's no knuckles busted and all this stuff.
What's going on? Like, you used to labor for us and we paid you, $10 an hour cash, so you didn't have to pay taxes. What's going on? I hope the IRS isn't listening. But no, seriously, like that's just how crazy it is, even to me, to be able to think like, oh, I'm a social media whatever.
See, what's funny is
influencer.
Influencer.
Yeah, my and I was telling you during the break, my son will be 21 next month, and my daughter's 18. And when they were, I'm talking about 10 years ago, 11 years ago, and they would always say, "We're just one video," because I'd say you got to, do your homework, get your grades, and when you get to be 16, you got to get a job, blah 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 blah. And they're like, "No, we're just one video away from blowing up.
That's it.
We go viral, we go worldwide. It's all a game changer." I'm like, well, I don't think you're stupid videos are going to get anywhere. And that was just them, but that's me being 51 years old, right?
There's a separation there. There's a big gap where you got to think about where you say like, well, that your stupid video ain't going viral. You got to think about how many people are doing stupid stuff, getting paid millions of dollars right now.
I know,
and
they see
stuff.
those, so they try to emulate them as the goofy redneck guy with a tooth blacked out or whatever.
That's it. And that's the thing. You literally never know what will go viral.
Amen.
You put your whole heart into this one video, because I tell people, I'm quote unquote I say quote unquote, no, I'm a content creator. It sounds so cliche, but that's what I do. I create content for you. I entertain you. You put your heart and soul into something, and that video gets the least amount of views. Mm-hmm. You go and just happen to shoot some stupid thing going on, and that video gets 500. I went to India and got a head massage for $2, something we pay like $75 here, and it has 600,000 views in 3 months. 600,000 views on me getting a head massage. Something you're just like, that would be nice if I could get one. And people are watching it, commenting, saying, "Man, I can feel those guys running his hands through your head and stuff." And it's just like, that's what YouTube is, man. You don't know what you don't know, and you just
there is no formula.
Matt wants to talk to you. Matt, welcome to Sport Talk and Talk Radio. Your question for Niko.
What's going on, Matt?
Hey, how's it going, Jess? Hey, I got a question. I guess I've always tried to wonder, how you actually get paid for something like this.
Okay.
I mean, I know they do like per views, but let's just say, take example, that one you got 600,000 views.
Okay.
How much do you make from that? So
you can go ahead and to break it down super simply. If a video gets about 1 million views, depending on the subject, you can go ahead and count that you'll make anywhere from like $2,000 to $5,000. So if you're talking about credit cards and finance, that's something people can push at. Google AdSense can push those ads on a lot of people because people are Googling mortgage and everything. So Google and YouTube are tied together. Mm-hmm. So you can get anywhere. I mean, that could even get you $10,000, 1 million views, because it's talking about credit cards, finances, how to do this, how to do that, like a Grant Cardone, that type of vibe. But if you're talking more about like a travel vlogger, what I do, where I take people around the world, about $2,000 to $4,000 per million views, because you actually got to sit there and watch the ad. If you skip the ad, I don't get paid.
If you hit that skip button,
if you hit that skip ad after 5 seconds, like I do, I don't get paid. So make sure you sit there and watch that.
I didn't realize that because I'm always skip.
Come on, man.
I didn't know. Now I know.
But yeah, that's the whole gist about it. Long story short, 1 million views can get you anywhere from about $2,000 to $5,000 on average. But if you're doing something super specific, super like informational, educational, YouTube actually encourages charges that, so you can get a lot more money.
And it's a crossover between people that are following you and viewership.
Yeah,
right?
Just random people.
Yeah, Matt, we appreciate it, man. What else?
Appreciate it, guys.
You got it, man.
Thank you, brother.
There you go. Hang around here, Niko, real quick, a break. We're coming right back, and we'll wrap it up here. Appreciate you coming by, man.
Yes,
this
sir.
is super interesting here on Sport Talk and the Talk Monster 102.3. We're hanging out with Niko Tim. Just call him Niko. Back to Life, the number 2.
Back to
Life on YouTube. Just check that out. And, of course, I like your logo, B, with the peace sign,
yes,
2,
sir.
L. So Back to Life. Julie wants to have a question or comment. Julie, welcome to Sport Talk and the Talk Monster.
Hi, Niko. It's Miss Julie from FCA.
Hey, Julie. Nice to hear your voice.
Just wanted to tell everybody that Niko's always been this way. He's always been a servant. Even way back in his Central High School FCA days, he was planning trips to nursing homes and serving his school. And so it's no surprise to me that he is now doing something like this and still serving others. And I just wanted to say, great job, buddy, and love you.
You just want to make me cry. Is that what she's doing? She wants to make me cry.
She wanted to break you up on the air.
I love you too, and thank you for those kind words. That means so much.
You're welcome, buddy.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
That kind of encouragement always is awesome, too. So, Predhead, welcome to Sport Talk and the Talk Monster. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good. Hey, quick question for Niko. And this may be a loaded question, but what type of camera are you using to film your stuff? Are you using because I see some people using a big camera with the fuzzy thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I actually got with someone.
A little small one, or what you got?
So I have a Panasonic Lumix. It only cost me $500 with the little fuzzy thing on top, which is the microphone, just to cut out wind. It costs another $100. So you're looking at $600. But any smartphone that you have, man, you can literally turn your phone sideways, landscape, and download the YouTube app. You don't need a camera. You don't need none of that. The only reason I have that camera is to create commotion. I mean, you're a vlogger. So it's just easier from switching from phone to big camera. The Goon Squad actually uses an iPhone, and they've reached 1.7 million subscribers.
That's all they use?
That's all they use is an iPhone.
It's unbelievable.
Wow, that's pretty good. So I've looked at getting a bubble dome because I like to snorkel and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I can do the over-under stuff.
Yep.
And, I thought about trying to get something like that. I wasn't sure how good those things worked or what.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know till you try. You might go underwater, you love what the picture looks like, you come out, you're like, man, I hate it. So you don't know till you actually do it. It sucks because you do got to spend a little money if you want to do it that way. But, man, I'm like Nike. I just do it.
Just get out there, right? Try
Come on.
What else,
Y'all have a good afternoon.
Thank you, man.
Thank
you
you,
too.
brother.
Have a great weekend. So it's been a learning experience for me for sure. Back to Life on YouTube is the channel, and I mean it could be anything. Just check it out.
It's just about positivity, encouragement, empowerment, inspiration, whatever you want to call the word. I'm just here to put a smile on your face if I can in any way.
And we need to get those Goon Squad boys on. Drive
that
Lamborghini over here.
You need me to make a call or something?
We need you to make a call, man.
He just wants to see the car. I know him.
It's like, screw those guys. I want to see the car.
Just bring that car with you, right?
They're great guys, man, to be honest with you.
It seems like it, yeah.
Saving the world one video at a time.
Saving the world one video at a time. Helping the world one video at a time.
I like it, Niko. Keep up the good work, man. Appreciate you coming by.
Thank you.
Sport Talk into the fourth quarter.
All right, y'all, so we just got done with that amazing radio show, Talk Radio 102.3. Go ahead and introduce yourself, fellas. You take it away.
They call me Quake, and he's the Cowboy Joe.
So
we have some fun talking sports every afternoon here in Chattanooga, and of course, not always sports.
Not always sports.
What do you like talking about? You got your own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Nuga Cowboy. Check it out. Do a lot of moto vlogs, talk motorcycles, and really, if I can make you laugh, that's my job.
I like that. I like that.
Check it out.
We're both laughing right now, so I guess it's working.
I know how goofy he really is.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the description of the YouTube, my YouTube video. Y'all make sure you go subscribe to this channel. Do you have a YouTube channel?
No, I'm too old for that, man. I'm learning from you guys, man. Are you kidding me?
All right, well,
they barely got me back on Facebook.
Brother, I appreciate that.
You got
make sure
it, man.
you add me on Facebook.
Anytime, my man.
Thank you so much.
Keep up the good work.